Anthropic posted a job listing in 2023, $335,000 a year. No computer science degree required. The job? Teaching a robot how to speak English better. The internet lost its mind. LinkedIn influencers started calling themselves AI whisperers. Boot camps promised to make you a certified prompt engineer in 2 weeks. Your cousin who majored in medieval literature suddenly thought they were the next tech billionaire. Spoiler alert, there were exactly 7 of these jobs in the entire UK. By the time you finished your prompt engineering course, the job market had already crashed 90%. This is the story of the fastest boom and bust in tech history. The job that everyone wanted, nobody understood, and almost nobody actually got. But here's the thing. Underneath all the hype, there was actually something real here, just not what everyone thought. Let me paint you a picture. It's early 2023. ChatGPT just dropped. Tech workers are getting laid off left and right. And suddenly news breaks that you can make $335,000 a year just by typing questions into an AI. No coding, no math, no 4-year degree in computer science. Just you, a text box, and the ability to write really, really well. The headlines were everywhere. The hottest new tech job doesn't require coding. English majors are making more than software engineers. Is prompt engineering the career of the future? Here's what actually happened. Anthropic posted one job. One, for a prompt engineer and librarian, paying up to $335K. A few other companies, OpenAI, some AI startups, posted similar roles. We're talking maybe a few dozen positions globally, but that didn't stop every career coach, LinkedIn guru, and desperate bootcamp from declaring this the opportunity of a lifetime. Search interest for prompt engineer went from literally 0 to 144 searches per million in April 2023. Everyone wanted in. The reality, by late 2023, those searches had crashed back down to 20 per million. In the UK, and I'm not making this up, there were exactly 7 prompt engineering jobs posted. 7. But here's the kicker. Those 7 people, they were probably doing genuinely important work, just not enough of it to justify an entire career category. So what exactly were these unicorns supposed to do all day? According to the hype, prompt engineers were AI whisperers who knew secret incantations to unlock ChatGPT's full potential. And honestly, that's not entirely wrong, just way oversimplified. Here's what they actually did. Think of it like being a translator between human intent and machine understanding. You know how when you Google something, there's an art to picking the right keywords? Prompt engineering is that, but on steroids with way higher stakes. A real prompt engineer might spend their day testing and optimizing. They'd write dozens of variations of the same prompt to see which one gives the most accurate, useful output. It's like A/B testing, but for sentences. Summarize this document might give you garbage. Acting as a financial analyst, provide a 3-paragraph summary of this earnings report. Focusing on revenue growth and forward guidance might give you gold. The difference matters when you're building products that millions might use. Building prompt systems. This is where it gets actually clever. They'd create chains of prompts that work together. First prompt gathers information, second prompt organizes it, third prompt formats it for the specific use case. It's like programming, but with natural language as your code. Creating guardrails. This is the unsexy but crucial part. Making sure the AI doesn't hallucinate facts, reveal private information, or go off the rails. They'd craft prompts with built-in validation. If you're not certain about a fact, say "I'm not certain" rather than guessing. Domain translation. The best prompt engineers weren't just good at English. They understood the domain they were working in. A prompt engineer at a medical startup needed to know enough about medicine to craft prompts that would get clinically relevant outputs. One prompt engineer at Copy AI described spending hours crafting the perfect prompts to generate marketing copy that matched brand voice, hit the right emotional notes, and actually converted. That's not just typing. That's understanding psychology, marketing, and language. The joke about them being English majors making bank wasn't entirely off base. The best ones often did come from humanities backgrounds, but they combined that with systematic thinking and a deep understanding of how language models work. Were they engineers in the traditional sense? No, but they were doing something that required real skill, iteration, and domain knowledge. Just maybe not $335K worth for most companies. Now here's where things get genuinely ridiculous. More people made money teaching prompt engineering than doing it. The Grift ecosystem was incredible. The certification racket. Suddenly everyone was offering prompt engineering certificates. $500 to learn what was essentially be specific, provide examples, and iterate. But buried in the scams, some courses actually taught valuable skills. Understanding token limits, working with different models, building testing frameworks. The prompt marketplace, people selling premium prompts for $50, which is hilarious, but also some of these templates were genuinely useful for businesses that didn't have time to experiment. It's like selling Excel templates. Overpriced? Yes. Completely worthless? Not always. The course creator gold rush, $0 to $300K. Prompt engineer in 30 days. Most were garbage. But the tragedy is there were real skills to teach. How to structure information for AI consumption, understanding model limitations and working around them, building reproducible prompt systems, integrating AI into existing workflows. The good courses taught these. The bad ones, most of them, just showed you ChatGPT's interface for 2 hours. The LinkedIn thought leaders. I made 1 million with this one prompt. Sure you did, buddy. But even these clowns occasionally shared useful techniques, broken clocks and all that. The real tragedy. People who might have benefited from learning legitimate prompt skills got turned off by all the obvious scams. It's like if coding boot camps were 95% scams, the 5% teaching real skills would get ignored too. Here's the thing. Prompt engineering as a standalone job is dead. But prompt engineering as a skill, that's more valuable than ever. The companies that posted those 335k jobs, they learned something important. They didn't need prompt engineers. They needed engineers who could prompt, product managers who could prompt, lawyers who could prompt. The real value of prompt skills. A developer who understands prompting can use Copilot effectively, not just accepting whatever it spits out. Build features that integrate LLMs properly. Debug why their AI features are returning garbage. A lawyer who understands prompting can extract specific information from massive document sets, draft contracts 10x faster, then actually review them, research case law in minutes instead of hours. A data analyst who understands prompting can clean and analyze data sets with natural language, generate hypotheses and test them rapidly, explain complex findings to non-technical stakeholders. The prompt engineering job title might be dead, but the skills those 7 people in the UK were using, those are everywhere now. They're just not called prompt engineering anymore. So there you have it, the rise and fall of prompt engineering, from 0 to 335k to basically 0 in 18 months. Was it all hype, mostly? Was there something real underneath? Actually, yes, the tragedy isn't that prompt engineering failed as a job category. It's that the hype cycle obscured the actual value. Those early prompt engineers at companies like Anthropic and OpenAI, they were doing important work, figuring out how to make AI useful for millions of people. They helped establish patterns and practices that everyone uses now. The skill just got democratized faster than anyone expected. It's like if email specialist was a 300k job in 1995, then by 1996, everyone just knew how to use email. To everyone who paid for a sketchy prompt engineering course, F in the chat. But also, if you actually learned how to use AI tools effectively, you might have gotten something valuable despite the grift. To the companies still looking for that perfect prompt engineer, just train your existing team. They already understand your business. And to those 7 people in the UK who actually landed prompt engineering jobs, respect. You caught lightning in a bottle. Hope you save some of that money. The prompt engineering job is dead. But asking robots better questions, that's a skill we're all going to need. Just don't put AI whisperer on your LinkedIn. Please.